Hello everyone, I'm NathanFostr and this is my very first flight lesson in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. Hopefully the first video of many to come.
Clear prop.
This is Dan, my awesome instructor at Epix Aviation in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Alright, oil pressure is good.
At this point we should be listening to avionics, but for some reason the recording did not work. It does eventually work at the end when we come in for landing, so I'm going to commentate as best as I can. I don't want to make any promises, but I do want to say my next flight videos will definitely have avionics. Since we can't hear what's going on, I'm going to run through this checklist really fast. Dan was very hands-on. We went through every step of the process together. At one point, you'll notice he does hand me the checklist, and I read it off as we go, which I found to be very informative, an excellent way to teach, and a phenomenal way to learn. At this point, you'll notice the taxi kind of swerves a little bit. Dan gave me control of taxiing the airplane. Not as easy as it looks for sure. I was beating myself up about the fact that I couldn't keep the plane on the yellow line, but Dan told me that a lot of his new students end up putting him in the grass. So after hearing that, I felt pretty good about it. Anyway, we're going to rush the rest of this and head right into the takeoff. I think a takeoff speaks for itself, so I'm not going to talk over the takeoff. Just enjoy it, and I will talk to you in a minute. At this point, Dan gave me the controls and instructed me to continue climbing at 500 feet per minute to an altitude of 4,000 feet. As you can tell, the sun is rising and we're heading east. We're heading towards Virginia Beach. If you've made it this far into the video and we have not been introduced, hello. I'm NathanFostr. I've been sharing videos of all different kinds for many years. Now I'm studying and learning how to fly, sharing my journey with everyone online. I'm working towards a career in aviation with the goal of bringing my wife home to our two beautiful children. If you'd like to support me in this crazy journey, consider subscribing for many more videos like this one. Hopefully even better than this one, and checking out our GoFundMe page to help fund my flying while I find inventive ways to pay for flight school. After we reached altitude, Dan decreased the engine power and leaned out the fuel, giving us a slow cruising speed of about 87 knots, which is about 100 miles per hour. Dan also adjusted the trim, which basically makes the plane more stable without sustained pilot input. I've heard trim described as the poor man's autopilot, and now I understand why. Look, Ma, no hands. The Cessna 172 Skyhawk was extremely stable. The flight was way smoother than I had ever expected such a small plane to be. Now, part of that is we had phenomenal weather conditions, but quite honestly at this point, we were flying with basically no hands and basically no feet. I only had my hand just slightly on the controls, basically just in case. And as you can see, Dan is completely relaxed. His one hand is in his lap and the other one is adjusting the radio. I practiced some slight turns, nothing too special, nothing too phenomenal. The scenery at this point was getting extremely beautiful. We were getting very close to the ocean, as you can see. After flying over the beach for a while, it was time to turn around, and up to this point I had been doing some nice easy bank turns. I had no idea how steep of a bank the Cessna 172 could actually handle. Dan took over this turn, the sky went nearly sideways, we were probably at 45 degrees, and I got extremely heavy in my seat. I don't know how many G's we were pulling. I don't think the 172 can pull a lot of G's, but I got really heavy in my seat on this turn. The look on my face basically says it all. I was pretty darn surprised by that turn. On our way back, after getting everything set up, Dan put me in control of our descent to the airfield. He said I did a pretty good job. Since I don't really have anything to compare it to, I'm just going to take his word for it. Hey guys, I did a good job. And at this point here, avionics finally starts working. I have no idea why, but here we go. Enjoy the avionics.
Automatic. And then we got the PAPI lights there on the right.
Okay.
So 4 white means you're high. You want to see 2 white, 2 red.
All right.
4 red means you're dead. It means you're too low. 2 might hit the tree.
Oh, there's one red.
There we go. Chesapeake traffic, 447, short final runway, 23, full stop, Chesapeake. Alright, full flaps coming in, pretty much right on our airspeed, right on our altitude. I'll use some throttle to help us hold this here. You can fill it out with me here.
Yeah.
Just small corrections here on final. Pitching for 75 and power for altitude. So I'm right on my altitude, leave the throttle where it is. And then right when I pass the threshold right here, I'm going to go power to idle.
Okay.
I'm slowly going to start to bleed that speed off.
And then we'll hit ground effect.
Yep, so right about here is where ground effect happens.
Oh wow, yeah, you can feel that.
And there we go.
Hey.
All right, there it is. We did it.
I don't remember how to get the thing off.
Just twist it to the left. Twist it.
Oh, I'm twisting the wrong part. There we go. Awesome.
At least the builds are actually kind of nice.
I hope you liked this video. Considering that you're still here, I'm going to assume that you did, so consider subscribing and liking the video. If you disliked the video, you're probably not here anymore, so I guess I'm not talking to you. A lot more videos are going to be coming out like this one about aviation as I learn to become a pilot. I also did a flight in a helicopter, so that video is going to be linked here. So until the next video, love ya, Nathan out.